One of the ways that you can tell that the Word of God is truly transforming your life when you're reading the Word and you're holding on to the Word is that God is always going to show you you before you show another person. Regardless if you feel like there's betrayal, regardless if you feel like the person did you wrong, God is always going to show you you before He shows you the other person. I was going to God and I was snitching about a lot of little stuff that was going on in my life. And in the midst of me going to God as my father about some stuff, I was also addressing some things that was happening in my own personal life. And there was one particular time that I went to God about certain things, and I went to snitch on my partner. I went to snitch on my husband. And I remember in the midst of me saying some of this stuff, I literally heard God says, "Wow, now you see how I feel." My mouth dropped. Then I was like, wait a minute, God. Like, I wasn't wrong in this situation. And I remember the Lord saying, you may not have been wrong in this situation, but throughout whatever the situation, throughout the course, the last couple of years, you were the most tangible representation of Christ that this man has seen. He has already expressed that he was disappointed with the representation that he saw in the physical building. So as his wife, you were the most tangible representation of Christ he have seen. And you have did a poor job. To get a rebuke like that from God was out of this world. Out of this world. And it had nothing to do with drinking or smoking or partying, because I wasn't doing any of that. Like, it was just other things. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And it was in that moment, God told me, He's like, you're not allowing the word to be expressed in your life. He was like, you're saying, I don't care that you're saying it or meditating on it so much. I want you to do that. But at what point are you going to allow the word to be expressed in your life, Angela, especially in the weaker parts of your life? That broke me. And it's in that minute that I completely did not regard what other people did. And I allowed the word of God to really transform me so that it exude. And it came with some tests. And I was always making sure, like, God, how would you respond?